Our goal at Qubit is to make hardware and software accessible for teachers and students in STEM education. We believe that accessibility comes from an easy-to-use platform that's also extensible for building complex projects when the user is ready. Using hardware and software to build anything is actually quite complicated. I grew up learning electronics while my brother learned software. We love building projects like robots, hovercrafts, and electronic board games, but we found that the complexities of using hardware and software became a stumbling block in each project. Our focus was detracted from the project and went into figuring out how to get the hardware and software working. We needed something to help us effectively create without spending too much time fiddling around with brittle tools.
Qubit is the integration of hardware, software, and STEAM education aligned with cross-curriculum units that provide a cohesive connection to the science standards.
Qubit hardware consists of the main Qubit controller and a variety of sensors, motors, and LEDs called smartware. The software combines drag-and-drop visual programming with interchangeable text-based programming to allow new users to quickly get into programming while scaffolding the learning process into more complex text-based programs.
Really impressive. A great day. It doesn't get better than this.
We all love our Pi Zero. It is small, powerful, and very affordable. We made our first 4-port stackable USB hub to let Pi Zero support USB in the most elegant way. Since then, we have shipped over 10,000 units around the world. Well, our 4-ports USB hub is great, but we wanted it better. Our customers tell us that they want more peripheral support and spaces between USB ports for their fat USB devices. Introducing the world-first Pi Zero USB docking hub. The Pi Zero USB docking hub comes with 5 USB 2.0 data and charging ports, a micro USB port for power input, RJ45 Ethernet port, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Installation would take only seconds. Just screw in your Pi Zero on top of the docking hub, and the 4 pogo pins on the hub will precisely connect to the signal pads on the Pi. There's no soldering required at all. One of the major issues about bringing USB devices to Pi Zero is power supply through USB. If you are using an external USB hub that doesn't have separate power supply, the power will be delivered from the Pi Zero only. So if you are using some power-hungry devices like USB hard drives, it can easily overload the Pi and cause damage to your system. Each USB port on our docking hub has an industrial-grade electrolytic capacitor to stabilize the voltage and a current-limiting protection circuit to prevent power overload. When the power rail draws more than 2.3 amps of current, overcurrent protection will be triggered with LED indication. The 5 USB ports are spaced over 12 centimeters in length. Even your fattest USB devices can be hosted by the docking hub with ease. You can power up the Pi Zero and the docking hub at the same time. It has a built-in 2-way back-powering circuit to protect against power being plugged into the Pi Zero and the docking hub simultaneously. Wireless is not your cup of tea? Then you would love our docking hub, as it has an Ethernet port for wired networking. No more clumsy USB audio dongle for your Pi Zero project. The built-in audio jack can support both recording and playback, and the jack is compatible with most smartphone headsets. So either you want to build an internet radio or replicate an Alexa personal assistant, the docking hub provides everything you need. The docking hub is compatible with Pi Zero version 1.3 with camera connector and Pi Zero W. We qualify the design with the latest Raspbian OS.
Hi, I'm Ming Lam. About a year ago, we created popular 4-port USB hubs for Pi Zero. After listening to the community, we now create the second generation and call it the Pi Zero Docking Hub. Not only this Pi Zero Docking Hub has more USB ports, it comes with the most wanted and built-in peripherals.
Hey, I'm Yuki. This is remotely controlled online using an Ovnice. With Ovnice, motors, sensors, and all sorts of things can be managed via the internet. Even some remote control electronic projects, which may have been seen daunting before, can be done in only 3 simple steps. Let's try it with Mr. Ovnice.
Step 1.
Connect Ovnice to a Wi-Fi network.
Step 2.
Set Ovnice up on motors, sensors, or whatever you wish to connect to.
Step 3.
Scan the QR code using your smartphone. Coding a program can be easily done using your smartphone. Because you can control your device remotely using your smartphone, even things like this are possible. With Ovnice, you can remotely control various things online. Because programs can be managed from your smartphone, even a child can use it effortlessly. This is a video clip from our exhibition at 2017 Maker Faire New York. Many kids had a lot of fun playing with their self-built robots Connect it with Ovnice.
OmniJoy is a portable Pi Zero powered handheld controller that gives you the tactile feedback you need to drive your robotics project. Featuring 2 analog joysticks, 2 shoulder scrolling wheels, a face-mounted navigation switch, and 6 buttons that are all software configurable.
If that isn't enough, the touchscreen display can be used to create any other controls you need. The integrated full-size USB connector also gives you convenient expandability.
The onboard Arduino-compatible processor provides real-time I/O to give you the lowest latency when you need it, and the simple laser-cut acrylic case lets you easily make modifications to suit your needs.
Other features like the high frame rate display, integrated audio, and large battery compartments make it excellent for portable gaming as well.
As an engineer and a maker, I enjoy designing and building all sorts of widgets. I frequently want a flexible controller that I can use to drive my creations. Phones have no hardware controls, no real-time support, and are difficult to program, while gamepads always leave you connected to some other device. I built the first version using off-the-shelf components wired together. The case was a result of several iterations of design and ended up looking and feeling great in our hands. The electronics, however, were a hodgepodge but worked well enough to prove quite useful.
We were proud of how it turned out, so we proceeded with the design of a custom circuit board to clean up the electronics and add the features that we felt were needed. The results looked great, so we developed some software to make everything work smoothly. While the results were much better than our proof of concept, OmniJoy still needs some refinement before we offer it to you. We are ready to finalize these improvements, but we need your support.